Good morning everyone, hope you're all okay. Right, I'm coming on this morning to show you my lovely card that my wonderful husband Mr Doodle got me for our 35th wedding anniversary yesterday. Yesterday being the 1st of April, April Fools, yay! So this is the card that he got me. He said that he'd bought it online, had it done for me online. You can see it's beautiful, isn't it? And he said he'd looked up to see what 35 years was, and there's two options, coral being the traditional one and jade being excuse me, the modern day one. So he chose jade, and he kept coming in my craft room saying, have you got any gems? Because he decided that it didn't come with the gems on, and he decided he just wanted some gems. Have you got any gems? Yeah. Oh, have you got any green ones? No, but I've got some clear ones, and I've got a marker pen if that's any good. So he did that, put those on, and I think that's just finished it off. And then when I opened it up, I've put some bits of sticky tape in to cover the writing up. This was stuck down, and oh, that was it. He said, have you got anything that I could sort of make a little shape with, but it needs to be quite thick. So I found him and I says, well, I've got some foam. So he says, yeah, can I borrow your marker pen again? Yeah, okay. And all the time I'm thinking he's probably doing something, doing a project for work, because he says, oh, you're too nosy, you'll see it one day. This was a couple of weeks ago. You're too nosy, you'll see it when I've finished it. Okay. And I thought, oh, he's doing something for work, which he often does. And and then I can't remember what it was he'd said, but he'd said something one day, and I thought, oh, it's getting near our anniversary. Oh, I wonder if he's doing me a card. But I wasn't sort of building my hopes. So anyway, he's done this, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Look, he's made it dimensional, and he's coloured it all in just for something different. And I didn't say that was sort of stuck down, and it wasn't until I went round the back and saw a little bit of, whether you can see, a little bit of chain. I was like, what? And he's, look, is he clever? He's made it a little, bought me this beautiful, take it all out, jade pendant and silver chain. Like, oh, that is so sweet. It's gorgeous, I love it. Excuse me. Yeah, and he'd gone all over the foam, and then he'd made some little hinges. Oh, bless him. So he got me that, and then he also, which I didn't open my card until last night when he came. Well, he was home early actually. He was home at lunchtime yesterday. But he says, oh, save your card until I come home. But he said I could open this other thing. And he's made me a clock. Look at that. Is that fantastic or what? I've been saying for ages that I wanted a clock in my bedroom. I don't have a clock in my bedroom, so he's done this. And this photograph, I absolutely love this photograph of us. It's my favourite photograph of us, and it was taken, I can't remember whether it was 4 or 5 years ago in the summer when we were out geocaching one day. But I love it. He's so thoughtful, he really is. And he'd pinched some little black gems for the 3, 6, 9 and 12. I love it. Yeah, he does, well, I won't say a lot of clocks, but he does like making clocks, you know, and he's always like sort of doing pictures and that sort of thing on the computer. Love it, bless him. And then I'm going to show you the card that I made, because by this time, by the time that I'd sort of thought to myself, oh well, it's our anniversary. Oh, I think we've been married 35 years this year. I wonder if that means any. I wonder what that is. I mean, I know silver is 25 and 25 is silver, and gold is 50, and but I didn't know that there was a name for 35, so I looked up and saw jade and coral, and I thought, oh well, if he's making me a card, I suppose I really ought to do one for him, because we don't normally bother, you know. Right, so there's a story behind the card that I've made for Mr Doodle. It's not as nice as that one. About 5 years ago, well, probably 4 or 5, it could be 6 years ago. It's a long time ago. As I say, we don't do cards, and I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I bought some paper packs from the works, I think it was. I can't show you. And I thought, oh, I'll make a card, make us a joint card. So I made this joint card, and Mr Doodle, when he saw it last night, he couldn't remember it. That's how long ago it is. Excuse me. So I partly made this card, and I showed it on YouTube, and I says, oh, this is it, and we had it on our anniversary for a couple of years, I think. I said when I did my video, I'll do a bit more to it, I'll finish it off for next year, and I never did. And then I put it away in that well-known safe place, and it's gone, you know, never to be seen again. But anyway, I found it, so I thought, oh, see if I can find that card, and I found it, and it's right, I'm going to show you it. Look, it's a double twisted easel card, which is quite pretty, but being, you probably won't be able to see it, but it sticks out like a sore thumb to me, bearing in mind this has been made 4, 5, probably 6 years. And I'd stuck these hearts on with double-sided tape, and it's sticking out like a sore thumb to me that it's all yellowed underneath. You can see it. You couldn't see it when I'd first done it. And I thought, oh, damn it. Oh, I'm not going to try and cover it up. I just didn't want to spoil it, because I haven't got any more of the letters, and I didn't want to spoil it. So it had already got these on, and that was it. That's all it was just those, and obviously the card on the bottom. So I've just put this little piece of, am I even still recording? Let me have a look. Sorry for the wobble. Oh yes. Put this little piece of trim on the bottom. These buttons Mr Doodle bought me, surprise, sent me away for some 2 or 3 years ago, I would think. So I just put those on yesterday, but they're pretty underneath, and I didn't like, I just thought, no, I wanted them plain. I did just go over them with a bit of brown distress ink, and then just put some brown cotton in. And then I was going to get my stamps out, and I remembered that I'd got some little word sheets that I think had come in free with a magazine, and luckily there was a happy anniversary, so I did stamp the numbers out, and that's that. But I said to Mr Doodle about this bit, he said, well, if you hadn't told me I wouldn't have noticed. And I said, well, I didn't know whether to put glitter on it. He says, no, just leave it. So that is the story behind my little easel card, and I don't think I've not done one of these. Oh, I might have done, actually. I think I did one for a friend a couple of years ago for a birthday. But yes, so that's my little show and tell for today. But that is just wonderful, and As you can imagine, there were a few tears. I was like, oh, well, I haven't got you anything. Which I never seem to get him anything, because I just, well, other than fishing stuff, which he's got everything of, it's, you know, he says, oh, that's all right. Bless him. I do love him to bits. I don't know what I'd do without him. Honestly, I don't. I mean, we've been together, I've been married 35. How long have we been together? Since 1977. Yeah, I think 43 years. 44, 43 years. Something like that anyway. A long time. So, love him to bits. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, and I will speak to you soon.